Good afternoon. It's 4:30 on the 18th of January. It feels like a script is playing out around the world. When you go through the comment section and you see comments about what's occurring, what people have happening to them, and you look at another comment and practically the same thing is happening to them too. We got to start asking ourselves, how is it possible to be happening all at the same time? And it's like similar situations. It's like a screen set and with a different background or something, with different characters, but the script is all the same. The script is all the same. What's playing out? This goes beyond trying to reason with it. It doesn't make sense. This is the only way I can explain it. Hello, Carol, honey. It's like a script is playing out, and there's multiple characters all around the world, even in their own country, their own homes, their neighborhoods, their workplace, their cities. It doesn't matter who you are. It's playing out. It's playing out like a program, It really does, like a program, like you enter the whatever it is into the program for the characters. And they could be any type of character, but you have a program that you download inside of them, and then wherever they're at, that program, that it plays out. It plays out. I'm trying to explain it. It's like a movie. It's like a movie. You have actors who are given a script to read. These are your words that you're supposed to say. And this is how you're supposed to react. Say that's one thing, and another one, they give them the same words they're supposed to say, but based on the circumstances, that too has been programmed. And this is how you need to say it because you're in this circumstance, but it's still the same message. It's still the same things getting out. Do you think that could be possible? That there is a script, a universal script that is being played out. You don't got the words in front of them, but it's like you got a download in you, and it may not be a good download. It's not. Where the characters will be behaving in a certain way. If they want the characters to be angry, well, when they read it, they got to act out that anger. When you want the characters to be loving, well, they got to act like that. It's what it's feeling like to me. It's really what it's feeling like. And it's going to be different because you cannot take duplicates. So you can't take duplicates of me and put me in different parts of the world with different types of cultures and circumstances and a way of doing things, and have me be and speak whatever I'm supposed to speak where I'm at right now in another country, in another circumstance. No, you've got to make it fit the circumstance. And it's got to be worded different, and they got to act different. It's what it feels like's happening. And maybe that's why we can't really put the finger on it, can't reason with it, because we're thinking about it the wrong way. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not good. This is spiritual playing out into the physical world. It's spilling over in the, yeah, spiritual world. Well, we can make our choices. We can, and there'll be different outcomes also. Isn't that interesting? You can change the script, but that's also planned for. Well, what if the character wants to change the script? Well, that's okay. We got this right here that they can enter into too. This is how it will play out if they make that decision. It's like strategic planning. The military, they got a backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan. They know what they're going to do in any type of situation. And I really don't like to think about it that somewhere out there, there is something like this going on behind the scenes. And it could very well be frequency based. Because really, when you grow up in different cultures and stuff, I'm using that, or different families and stuff, those families have different styles of communication. They have different traditions. They have different do's and don'ts. So you couldn't have them behaving one way if they're in like that particular type of atmosphere and behave that same way in another one. No, the script would have to be changed. All of it would have to be changed, but it's happening. Okay, Gina, okay, I explained it. I explained whatever I wanted to say, you all. It is, no, there really is something very strange about it because it's playing out. It's playing out. And if we're in a matrix, well, then you've been programmed to do this at this particular time at 12:40 p.m. You are to walk outside your door, get in the car because you want to go get groceries, or at 12:40 you want to go outside, you want to work in your garden, and you're going to do this, and you're going to pick some vegetables and bring them back in the house. But what happens when you don't know what you're going to do? Where there is no plan, there is no script, well, then the characters will just sit there, and that's going to be kind of boring, right? They'll just sit there because, well, I don't know what to do. I wish I had something to do, but I don't know what that something's going to be. I wish I had a better whatever. But maybe that wasn't in the script right then. That's why you're sitting there and you're not, I'm going way out there. Way, way, way out there. But there's a way to do something. You just got to figure out how to do it. And you know, it's like when you go to work. You have a set of jobs that you're supposed to do. You have instructions for it, how you're supposed to do it. When you show up, so you got that, you can get to work. But what about the person who steps in there and they don't have the training, they don't get the work because they don't know what to do? They got to be taught, but it's going to take a while. And so it is with life. It takes a while to learn and stuff, but what happens when it just stops? It's just a deep thought. I am a deep thinker. Yeah, Gina, you're a deep thinker. You go off the deep end all the time. We always knew you were losing it. That's okay. At least you find me entertaining. If that's what you want to come here for, that's fine. That's fine. And just trying to think like a matrix, like a storybook, like a play. And even the gods of old, like the Greek gods, they love plays. They love plays. And it is said that the reptilians like plays. Do the reptilians like plays? What group of ancient whatever they like to see plays? I can't think of, there's something that like to have plays all the time. They wanted to watch them and stuff. Earth is a big whatever. Yeah. Susan Donahue, you must mod for someone else's YouTube channel. I can't think of. What's going on, Susan, honey? Susan Donahue. Yeah. Hello, Al. No, you all, this doesn't make sense. I don't even know what the title of this video is, but things are happening in synchronicity. The words might be changed from the characters playing out the roles that they are doing. May changed and they may act different, but it's still the same message. Now, there was a time when you would turn on the TV and you'd have the news reporters, they all say the same storyline. You ever seen those? And they tuned on another channel and they were saying the exact same storyline. And then they have like 14 or 15 things up there. They all say the same thing. But that's only on TV, right? It's only on TV. Hello, Nicholas. Yeah. No. If you had an encounter today and somebody lashed out at you or somebody got irritated, what could be the chances that that's happening also somewhere near you? You may not know about it, but somewhere near you and all around the country. The chances are pretty great at this point if you read through the comments. Pretty great. So I don't know if that would be just chance at that point. No, that would be a pattern. That would be a pattern that is playing out with just a tad bit different tweaks to it. Yeah, I don't know what my title is. I guess my words are done. Where someone's TV program, Matt, did you remember Neil deGrasse? I think that's who it was. He was doing something for the Science Channel. I used to love to watch the documentaries, lay in bed and we'd watch them. And he said, well, what if you are inside this little kid playing this computer game? What if you are the characters inside that? And there was another movie where they had these children to come on this ship or whatever, practice playing these war games, and they chose one of the best of the kids, to be the commander, and they pretending like they're on a ship and stuff. And they had to defeat or destroy this planet or whatever it was where there were people on it. And the kid ended up doing it. His group that he had, his crew, and the bystanders, they were people, adults and stuff, they were cheering and everything. Yay, 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 yay. And he's sitting there watching this thing get blown up in front of his eyes. And then they tell him, he realizes it was real. And he felt really bad because now he just destroyed a whole entire world. But it was just a game. It was just a game. But it's not a game, because that world had inhabitants too. It's weird, you all. It's all weird, you all. Just don't go there if you're not a deep thinker. Don't. Hello there, Solera. That's right. Is that like a song that goes like this? Dun, dun, dun. No, that's a different one. Oh, the things you do for love. The things you do for love. Why does that pop in my head? Okay. Yeah, it's like, yeah, something strange. Something strange is taking place. And if you felt lightheaded today, there's a lot of other people who are feeling the lightheadedness. But the outbursts that are occurring and people getting agitated at the same time and saying practically the same words when they get into arguments, something's up. Something's up. It's not just a coincidence. It's some kind of synchronicity playing out. Like a game, I guess, with characters, and you're a character. I'm probably a character too if I'm thinking outside the box like that. What if I'm a character and this is the role I've got to play in this world? And my circumstances keep changing, so they have to add more to my script, and I got to do that also while doing this. Well, then you're putting a whole lot on this character right now, is what I'm saying. You're putting a whole lot on this character in this world. if I were a character and you were a character and you had a job and they just kept piling more work upon you, more things for you to do, and you're thinking, why can't I just do this one? Why do you have to keep giving me more things to do? Oh, because you're capable of it. But it's wearing me out. Well, that's okay, but we know you're going to get the job done. We know you're going to you'll do it really good. You'll do it really, really good. That's why you get more. And there's some proverbs like that too. There is. Yeah. It's wild. It's wild, you all. You have a sense of complete peace. I think that's absolutely wonderful, Kim. And can the characters change the movie? They could, I guess. They could. Could they go off script? Well, they could. I don't know if they'll mess up the rest of the storyline. Probably would. They'd mess up the storyline. Oh my gosh. What are these shows? I'm trying to think of, I don't watch them, but I think I've seen something. They put people in situations and you have to react a certain way when this happens, and then you got to deal with whatever when it happens. They put you in situations where you have to adapt, learn to adapt. It's like that. You ever see those Afraid and Naked? Those ones right there. I really couldn't believe that they did something like that. I think it was called Afraid and Naked. Naked. We'll call it Afraid and Naked. I can't say that. I'm not supposed to say the word. That movie right there where they have people volunteer. They volunteer to go out in the in this whatever climate, and they can take, I think they can take one thing or something. And sometimes there's just one person, and then sometimes they pair up two persons. You don't even get the clothes on your back, and you got to go out there. Oh my gosh. They were studying them. They were studying what the humans would be without modern things. Would they be able to survive? That's not just a show. That's not just a show. They were studying their behaviors. Sure, it was entertaining, but they were doing it for their planning. For their planning. You know what I'm talking about. And some of these people already had the skills inside of them. They did. They were kind of like survivalists. And they wanted to see how they would get along with the person they get paired with, because they don't know that person from the other person at all. Human specimens is what it was. How would they cope? This is an experiment, and it ran as a TV show. And would they take care of each other even though they didn't know each other? You could call for help. Whenever you wanted to tap out, you could call for help and say, okay, I just give up. I just can't make it any further. And they'll come take you out. They're seeing how long they can endure it based on whatever they're facing, the challenges and stuff. I watched that a few times. It was kind of weird. It was really weird, but as I think of it now, it's not weird at all now. It was a study. It was a, yeah, I guess we're just going to find out how you're going to survive, how the modern human can survive when the modern human, the old human, doesn't have any technology or nothing, and they don't have any survival skills. I guess they found out based on how many of those shows they did with different peoples. Because when you do experiments, and you do a scientific experiment, you have different things. You don't just look at the one. It's like, well, you better go get a second opinion because you don't like the first opinion. They encourage you to get a second opinion, and if you don't like that, well, go ahead and get a third opinion. And however many times that show aired with different characters, well, they had it all planned out from different angles based on where the people's backgrounds were and everything. They planned it. They did. Yeah. Programming. Yeah. You're starting to pay attention from something, you are. The Hunter Games, that's right. Those also. This is deep. Whatever's happening in the world is really deep, and it's big time on a spiritual level. Whoever's in control has been studying the human being in every single situation in life and seeing how they respond. They don't have to spy on us. They don't have to do their experiments. No, we put ourselves right out here just like this. We'll just study them. They will voluntarily show us everything about them. We'll know everything about them, how they're going to react, because we have all this data from everybody who's online, everybody who's on their phone. We got it all. We don't have to do nothing. They'll just lay it right in our laps. That way we can devise our grand plan. And it's going to be a good plan, they're thinking. Well, they use the technology for the bad and not the good, really, for evil purposes. They know that it's good for the humans, but what they want out of it far outweighs what the humans get. Okay. Whatever the title of the video was, I have no idea. I don't know what I said or how I got off like that on this topic. And things are happening in synchronicity. The same things are happening out in different areas with people from around the world practically at the same time. And they have been happening, but it's becoming more common. So when it becomes more common, it's just not an isolated incident or a localized incident. No, it's reached beyond its boundaries. It's literally worldwide now, and it will continue, whatever happens that we're going through, it will continue to increase in number, like, masses of people, and magnitude, intensity. It's okay. We got it, because if you ever played a video game, we know in the video game, if you overcome all these obstacles and stuff, and you make it to the end, boom, it's perfect. It's perfect. Even though you're given many chances, you are. You may have to keep going back and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Once you beat the first level boss, it may take a while to beat the final boss. It may take you a long while, but once you beat them, boom, you made it. You made it, and you get to rejoice and be happy. The first video game I played, I really liked it. It was in Berlin, and it was called The Perils of Rosella was the name of it. And the computers were slow, but I thought it was so fun. It was fun playing it. I was pregnant with my son over there, and, my daughter was there. She'd watch me play it. She's like a toddler. And then I remember my German friend, Roswitha. When Roswitha came over, she said, "Gina, what are you playing?" And she wanted to start a character so she could play. She said, "I'm going to get the game, Gina." And she did, and I would go over there, and she was playing on the computer. She was playing on her game. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no. You can change the characters a bit. You can choose whatever character you want to be in a lot of these new games. What do you want to look like? Go ahead and make yourself look like that. Choose your character. Who do you want to be in this lifetime? You want to play the game over? Choose who you want to be this time in the video games. You want a house? You want a different house? Choose what kind of house you want the next time you go to the next level. Yeah, it's stuff like that, you all. It's The veil is being lifted. The veil is being can't get the words out. Lifted is what it's being. Oh, you gonna go being? Yeah. I'm gonna go. I am you. I'm done talking. I don't know what I said, but I hope it made sense to somebody. I do. And thank you for coming on here. Check out the other videos. We know a lot's going on in the world. You can feel the energy. You can feel it in the spiritual realm. You can feel it all. You really can. Unless you're one of the people on here who can't feel it. Well, you can see that a lot of people can feel it. You can. And that should raise alarm bells. It should. It's okay. It's all right. I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. Hit the subscribe button on the way out and a thumbs up. And thank you for joining the channel. Love you.